Andersonville, and they'll help you out. Skeeter Boats, eat, sleep, and fish. Boats built for big water at fast speeds and a comfortable fishing platform. Yamaha Outboards. When you need the juice, you need a Yamaha. I'm just telling you, folks, I've got one on my boat and you can't beat it. Academy Sports Plus Outdoors. If Academy Sports and Outdoors do not have what you need for baseball, basketball, hunting, fishing, camping, you probably don't need it. American Bait Works, distributors of Scumfrog, Snag Proof, and net baits. Denali Rods. One of the finest rods on the market right now is Denali Rods. I got them on my boat on the guide service, and they just outperform everything. Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, protecting the wildlife and fisheries for tomorrow's future. Averitt, logistics and trucking. You need something shipped, whether it's local, cross country, call our friends at Averitt. Shimano. Folks, they've always had great rods and reels at Shimano, and now they got hard baits. You know, we see Frank Holly at our tournaments, stop by and chat with him. Cedar Hill Metalworks. One of our boat captains, Ron Holt, makes all kinds of steps and can fix your trailers if you have something wrong with you, so give him a call. Livingston Lures, makers of the classic winning lures. Tightline Jigs. There's no better jig on the market, folks, right here than Tightline Jigs. I've used them for about 15 years, and I've tried other ones that don't work. J3 Fishing, a veteran-owned company with innovative products for spinner baits. I believe he's got some jigs and some other products. Henry County Tourism Authority, host of the 2024 Tennessee Bass Nation State Championship. Tennessee Bass Nation Conservation, making everything work and helping our lakes. Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. They've got folks, they offer great scholarships. They give us our grants for our habitat projects. Make sure you go check out Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Here's another great supporter of Tennessee Bass Nation, AFCO, makers of fine all-weather gear. They keep a lot of people out there. Yeti coolers. When you want to keep it cold, you better have a Yeti. Precision Sonar and Accessories. You need anything for your sonars or accessories for the boat, give the folks at Precision Sonar Accessories a call and they can help you out. They have the leash. Hold your horses with the leash. This is probably the second best safety device on a boat, is that leash. SRM Concrete. They'll put concrete wherever you need it. I promise you, I seen a concrete truck on a barge on Timms Ford Lake the other day. Grade A Construction. I can't say enough about Grade A Construction and the folks over there. They help out with all of our habitat projects, ramp projects, and sponsor Tennessee Bass Nation. Oh, Collins Building Material down in Marion County. Whatever it is, they can get it for you as far as lumber, site work. Yoder Concrete Pumping. If you need concrete pumped anywhere, you need to call Chris Yoder over at Yoder Concrete Pumping. Southern Woods and Waters. Tune in Thursday nights with Brandon Dowdy at Southern Woods and Waters and say hi to our friend Dayton. Folks, the Armed Forces, veterans, and active duty are proud supporters of Tennessee Bass Nation. American Legion, Disabled American Veterans out of Middle Tennessee. Another fine supporters of Scoreboard, whether it's at Old Hickory Lake at Cedar Creek Marina or on Percy Priest or out at Opryland, take the better half out for dinner out there. Like I just said, Cedar Creek Marina on Old Hickory Lake, that's where we're holding several tournaments now. Great place to visit and eat. Timms Ford Marina, well, you know, they're catching up down at Timms Ford. We ran them out of food, but it's a great place for the summer. They got cabins. You can go down there and rent them at Timms Ford Marina. Four Corners Resort and Marina in Laverne. You need to stop by and see them. The scoreboard just opened up over there this spring. Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce. Marion County Chamber of Commerce, folks. These Chamber of Commerces bring us into the host and bring us into their communities to help us out and make sure we got rooms and all that good stuff. Paris Henry County Chamber of Commerce, like I said earlier, these are the hosts of the 2024 state championship. The town of Kimball in Tennessee. Kimball always supporting Tennessee Bass Nation in hosting us at Marion County Park. Jefferson County Chamber of Commerce. Who doesn't like Douglas Lake or Cherokee Lake? Go up there vacation. There again. Hardin County, Tennessee. Catfish to Cannonballs. I know we're a bass organization, but I'm going to tell you something. We all love going to Pickwick and catching them big smallmouth. Gallatin Area Chamber of Commerce. When we put in on the north side of the lake, we put in over there at Saunders Ferry, and Gallatin Chamber of Commerce helps us out. Spring City, Tennessee, Watts Bar. Fish Dayton. We all love going to Fish Dayton, and they're the host of the 2024 National Championship this year for both high school and juniors. Kingston, Tennessee, in Roane County. We'll be visiting those folks up there this coming fall, hopefully. In our all-time favorite host of the Battle of the Border, Byrdstown Pickett County Chamber of Commerce. The Benton County Tennessee River Resort District in Camden, Tennessee. The town of Ashland City will be hosting the Central Tennessee Regional Championship this year. And we can't forget our friend Tom Abraham at Bassmaster Radio. You can tune in weekly on ESPN channels every Saturday, or catch him online. There you go.
Since the early 1970s, the BASS conservation agenda has remained focused on issues related to fisheries and aquatic research conservation. In the early years, it meant taking legal action against industries polluting our nation's waterways. Today, the agenda has grown more complex. The backbone of our effort is founded on a grassroots core of BASS members and those belonging to BASS Nation clubs across the country, always on the lookout for issues that have local, regional, or even a national significance. Early on, BASS recognized that bass are a renewable resource and pioneered the catch and release ethic.
We recycle the bass we catch in these tournaments. We have our sport, but we don't hurt the fishing of the future.
In the late 1960s, Ray Scott revolutionized bass fishing. He founded the Bass Angler Sportsman Society, now the world's largest fishing organization. Before his efforts, bass fishing was a niche southern pastime, often overshadowed by trout. Scott elevated its popularity and preservation. Today, his legacy lives on, a testament to his conservation efforts.
The story of catch and release actually was a trout fisherman's. Ray was just watching. He was kind of sitting up on the bank watching there, and these flagger boys, as he called them, were spread out down through there and working their line, and all of a sudden the guy set the hook and they hollered, "Fish on!" Easily led the fish in and pulled it up, and he said it wasn't more than a foot long, and everybody went crazy when he released that fish. They were high-fiving and clapping and screaming and everything, and he thought, well, what would the old bass boys do if they were releasing 5-pound bass? After I saw those people with a peddling foot-long trout get that excited. Ray Scott, like that, had his vision and a dream, and this was what became known as Don't Kill Your Catch.
Folks, I'm Ray Scott. The pages of every issue of Bassmaster magazine is fostering and encouraging our members to become more and more aware in the conservation effort. Our tournament and our society has sponsored the Don't Kill Your Catch program, and these fish that you see in the large tank here are bass that were caught during the tournament are released alive and safe back into the waters that they swam in. Bass has come a long way in 5 years. I guess we've got a long way to go, but we'll get there because we're committed.
We were going to do catch and release. He said it's going to be a challenge. Most boats then did not have aerated live wells.
To everyone at the time, I would think that's the impossible dream right there, because all these guys who are fishing now grew up in an atmosphere where that was what it was all about. You justified your passion for fishing by being able to bring some food home.
At the start of the 1972 Bassmaster Tournament Series, rules were added to anglers to practice something called
A hallmark right there. But what happened, it rippled out to the average bass fisherman. Bass are recycled now.
A man, if he's a good angler, can catch a great many bass. But if he's really civilized, he's going to be that rare thing, an unpreying predator. He's going to release the bulk of his catch, which makes his angling a game of skill that preserves rather than destroys or diminishes the source of his pleasure.
Tournament anglers would receive bonus ounces for weighing in live fish. It didn't take long for Don't Kill Your Catch to expand even further.
The standard soon became you release the fish, and then Dewey went to a 5 bass limit, and that's still the standard today.
Because sometimes those live wells, they're pretty good size, but you know, 5 fish fit better in those live wells than 7 did.
Because our number one goal at Bass is to always put the fish back in the water, make them survive. You've got a green zone, and in that green zone is the area the fish can survive in. You've got a red zone over on the left on the meter, and once it gets to that red zone, really anything below about 4.5 parts per million to 5 parts per million oxygen content the fish will not survive in. So as soon as I saw it light up in the red zone, I knew we had to do something. So called Tallahassee, Florida, talked to the Game and Fish, got a permit to haul the fish from the weigh-in site over to the main body of the lake and release them every day in the rim canal where the oxygen content is excellent. And that's one thing that I hope that most of the tournament organizations throughout the country will do, is check the oxygen content in the water where they're releasing their fish, because if there's no oxygen, those fish are not going to survive.
Today, anglers measure and check fish at the bump tank for keeper status. BASS officials inspect the catch. Then the fish are placed in ventilated bags and aerated tanks until taking the stage. At the stage, the weighmaster weighs the fish and the MC interviews the angler. Immediately after weighing, fish go to large aerated tanks on a release boat nearby. The release boat team returns them to the lake later.
When I meet someone that isn't familiar with tournament fishing, and they think, oh, do you guys, what happens to those fish? What do you do with them? If I get a chance to talk to them, it changes their perspective about tournament fishing. You know, tournament fishing is actually the reason we have a lot of the good conservation habits that we have.
These anglers take incredible care of them. Some live wells have cooling devices, so the fish in a lot of situations actually goes back in the water in better health than it left the water. From the angler's boat, they go into mesh bags. Those mesh bags are then carried up to our tournament troughs that are fully oxygenated, and not just oxygenated, but patrolled by biologists.
The oxygen comes to the surface, but most of that oxygen is actually dissolving into the water. And we kind of let them recuperate a little bit before this boat goes out then and releases these fish. Now, the other thing that's real critical in our system is that boat is almost full. We have the computers on stage are linked to the scales, so we know how many pounds of fish have come off the scales and into that boat.
It is imperative, if you're a tournament angler, no matter what division you're in, no matter what side of the bridge you're fishing off of, to try to keep them alive. I think what bass does is a testament to that.
It is a philosophy that is still going strong today. It takes temperature into effect. It takes oxygen into effect. And then we move them through the stages where they're getting fresh oxygen and good cool water all the time.
We keep our live release boats right at the same temperature that we keep these tanks, so that when the fish go from the tanks to the release boat, there's not a big temperature shock. When those fish are in the bags, they're using oxygen all the time. And that's real evident on our boat, on the release boat. Of course, we're using bottled oxygen on the release boats. So we don't have a problem with sufficient oxygen there. This water warms up pretty quickly, so we constantly have to monitor that temperature, maintain that temperature with ice, and keep the air going continuously. It's really very effective in terms of keeping those fish healthy. As a rule of thumb, we try to maintain no more than 1 pound of fish per gallon of water. So our boats typically hold about 600 pounds of fish. And when that boat gets full, we're ready to start loading this one. That boat will go out, release those fish, refill the tanks. While this one's being loaded with fish, that one's being refilled with water. As soon as it comes back in, we'll add more ice, turn the oxygen back on, and we may do that 8 times. We always take at least 2 boats to every tournament. As soon as that one's done, we're ready to go. Brian, we're ready over here, so we need to make the switch.
When you join BASS, you get more than just a magazine and a membership card. You become part of a society and are supporting more than 50 years of natural resource conservation. We encourage you to get involved. To learn how, scan this QR code to find and contact your state's BASS Conservation Director today.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun with great brands at the best prices. More of this, and this. So you can get together for a little of that, and a lot more of that. And even some of that, and that's good. Have more fun with great brands at the best prices. Only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Daddy's pretty much my hero. He tells me stories about buildings and playgrounds and schools. He said he turned sand into concrete, and that's what makes his building so strong and tall. He says he works with his friends. I like playing with my friends too. One day I want to be like him. SRM Concrete. Build with us.
Y'all wanna know how we do it down here in the South? Listen up, I'm finna show you how we get things done.
I'm gonna grab a pot, one that's stainless steel, and that's big enough for a king-size meal. I'm gonna fill it up with a garden hose out in the yard with some regular Joes. Get the propane tank and light it up. Gonna heat that water, then pour a cup of some Old Bay, that's Zatarain's. Make it real hot, oh baby, that's the plan. Let's have a low country boil. Spread the word that it's going down. Low country boil.
Hey folks, Captain Jake here with Tennessee Bass Nation. I've got a group of just amazing individuals behind me right now. We're at the Grade A construction tournament that benefits the Rest Stop Ministries this year on Old Hickory. You know, I've been asking my good friend for a 30-second commercial about Grade A because they are a wonderful sponsor of Tennessee Bass Nation High School. So here you go. If you need any construction work done, I don't care if it's hospitals, road work, buildings, apartment buildings, driveways, whatever it is, you are not going to get a better bunch of group of individuals, and I've worked with them on projects, than this bunch right back here, excluding their boss, because he ain't here. No, seriously, if you need anything done in Middle Tennessee or West Tennessee, wherever you're at in Tennessee or Kentucky or Alabama, construction-wise, heavy equipment, you need something built, you need to call this bunch right behind me, Grade A Construction out of Lebanon, Tennessee, and I'll get the website and phone number put on here to the people to get a hold of. Thank you, and y'all have a great day.
Hey y'all, Knox White Fishing at Academy Sports today, sponsored TM Bass Nation, and here's some wintertime lures that I like to pick up. So first we got the Rapala OG series, and kind of like a crawfish red color. Then we have a Finesse Jig by Strike King, really good with a little crawl on the back. Now we have 2.8-inch Kitech, you can Kamiki that, and last but not least, a robo reel for a drop shot. Thank you.
Hey y'all, Knox White, Grayson Sanford from Tennessee Bass Nation. What do you like about Academy? I like the Yum baits and Google baits. What do you like about Academy? The big baits and the spur frogs. And also you can check out Magellan Outdoors from Academy. And also don't forget, if you're with TM Bass Nation, to bring Academy receipts. Thank you.
Zip, buckle, slip, they say fly.
It's not just a pastime, it's a way of life. For half a century, BASS has been a champion for conservation. It's time to sharpen your fish care skills, and you can do it for free. Scan this QR code to download your free copy of Bassmaster's Keeping Bass Alive. Inside, you'll find a trove of tips with advanced angler knowledge for fish care. Explore comprehensive fish care techniques anytime or anywhere on the go. Together, we can make a difference. It all starts with conservation. At Bassmaster, we don't just love bass fishing. We're committed to preserving its future. Explore the BASS Conservation Agenda, where passion meets purpose. Scan this QR code to learn more about our mission to safeguard our passion for fishing, along with our lakes, rivers, and streams. From habitat restoration to water quality initiatives, we're making a difference. Get valuable insights, tips, and find more ways to get involved. We're working tirelessly with state agencies and conservation partners, promoting best practices in aquatic vegetation management, enhancing fish habitat, and fighting invasive species. Together, we can make every cast count. In the world of bass fishing, every catch isn't just a fish. It's a chapter in an ongoing adventure, a connection to nature, and a legacy we must protect. It's not just a sport, it's a way of life.
What's up guys, Derek Hudnall here at Bassmaster Elite Series, and I want to tell you guys how important it is to conserve our waterways and how you can do your part. First of all, soft plastics, don't throw them back in the water. If you Google soft plastics being thrown back in the water by fish, you're going to see some really gruesome dead fish and really gruesome scenes from fish that are dying from that, guys. And I want to challenge you guys, find creative ways to make sure that those soft plastics don't go in the water, whether it's a bag just on your steering wheel, whether you have a box that you keep all your soft plastics in and then you give them to a buddy who turns around and melts them and remolds them. That's what I do with a lot of mine. I have a buddy that pours soft plastics, so I give them to him, he melts them down, and he makes his own colors with them. But guys, conserve our waterways. It's going to save fish, and it's going to make sure that you catch fish and our future catches fish even further down the road.
Since the early 1970s, the BASS Conservation Agenda has remained focused on issues related to fisheries and aquatic research conservation. In the early years, it meant taking legal action against industries polluting our nation's waterways. Today, the agenda has grown more complex. The backbone of our effort is founded on a grassroots core of BASS members and those belonging to BASS Nation clubs across the country, always on the lookout for issues that have local, regional, or even a national significance.
Welcome to Smallmouth Disneyland, yes.
Bassmaster Elite Series anglers received fish care training from conservation directors Gene Gilliland and Barb Elliott before an event, focusing on handling deep-caught smallmouth bass. They learned how to fizz bass that struggled to stay upright inside live wells due to inflated air bladders.
When they come to the surface, that swim bladder swells up, and bass can't burp. So that swollen swim bladder puts pressure on a lot of the internal organs, on the heart, on the circulation. We need to relieve that pressure, and we do that by inserting a hypodermic needle into the side of the fish, releasing some of that gas. That allows the fish to maintain a neutral buoyancy, a more natural position in the water. For people that haven't done it, it's a little bit daunting to start out, stick a needle in the fish. But once you've done it a time or two, it's a very simple process, and it can really make a difference in the health of those fish after they're released from our tournaments.
Anyone who has ventured to the depths of a swimming pool is familiar with the sensation of pressure on their ears. A fish's swim bladder plays a crucial role in maintaining buoyancy.
So what we have to do is provide a way to release that gas, and fizzing the fish with a needle is one way of managing it. That reamer will go right out of the way. You don't even have to worry about it. It can stick way out there. The minute you start putting it into the skin, it clears itself. And you go in at a 45-degree angle like this, and then once you pierce the skin, you make it 90 degrees from the surface of the fish and plunge it just as deep as you can, especially in the bigger fish. Make sure that reamer is tapped all the way down through there. Take that reamer out and you have bubbles.
For a detailed explanation of fizzing both smallmouth and largemouth bass, check out the videos on the Conservation News page on Bassmaster.com. When you join BASS, you get more than just a magazine and a membership card. You become part of a society and are supporting more than 50 years of natural resource conservation. We encourage you to get involved.
All right, welcome everyone in. Welcome everyone in on Facebook and on YouTube. My name is David Lowry. I am your Tennessee Bass Nation High School and Youth State Director, and we are here for day one of the two-day high school state championship here at Paris Landing, Kentucky Lake. Lots going on. We've got 160 boats on the water. Those kids had to earn their way here. We did have a few more qualify, but they chose not to participate. We've got 160 out there chasing the state championship that we will crown tomorrow. They're chasing the state points championship. They're chasing the Commissioner's Cup, which is the overall school prize, and they're chasing some slots to the national championship. Lots going on, lots of chaos, lots of stuff. We got for the TV audience, if you're going to come in tomorrow, we got shirts for sale. We got drawings to help fundraise. We got all kinds of stuff going on if you get here. If TV audience, if you're coming tomorrow, we are actually over by the boat ramp is where we're set up. So want to thank now, and I'm not naming names because I'll miss somebody, want to thank all the volunteers that make Tennessee Bass Nation what it is. This is not just David and Jake doing stuff. We got directors at regions across this state. We got people that help with that. We got various people that we just are here and like, hey, can you do this for us today? Can you all of a sudden take pictures? We got people helping with tickets for drawings. Just countless people to thank. Tennessee Bass Nation would not be what it is without all the different moms, dads, and various other people that get in and volunteer and help. Jake, Jake, come here real quick. Make sure, I want to say the site sponsor.
Site sponsor? It's like Paris. Henry County Parish Chamber.
All right, so I didn't want to mess up how they have their name structured. We want to thank our site host sponsors, which is the Henry County Paris Chamber of Commerce. We deal with so many, I want to make sure I say them right. But we've been here before. The Nationals have been here before. So Paris and Henry County are very familiar with a lot of big bass tournaments, and they treat us like gold. We were glad to come here. They actually bailed us out. We had a conflict with the original scheduled location, and we called up here and they said, yeah, we can make it happen. So all the folks with the Henry County Parish Chamber of Commerce, Jake and I personally thank you for bailing us out where we can have our championship. Our title sponsors, and we've got commercials online, you guys have seen that, but our title sponsors throughout the year, Anderson Marine, Skeeter, and Yamaha all together. They are title sponsors for Tennessee Bass Nation statewide trail for the high school and juniors. Miss Joy Anderson may be here today. I don't know. She said she might be able to come. If she's here, I will get her up front and make her take a bow, because Joy not only sponsors the trail, but there's several of the schools in the state that Anderson Marine helps sponsor and do so much for. Other sponsors, especially on the platinum level, Academy Sports and Outdoors, Shimano, and American Bait Works. High level of sponsorship, provide us product and all kinds of things we're able to give away throughout the year. They are huge and helpful. Gold level sponsorship, Livingston Lures, Silver, Denali Rods. And Denali Rods have been with me from the beginning. Big fan of Denali Rods in a million ways. Lots that I could say about them. J3 Fishing, Averett Trucking. I'm going to turn around and look because I don't have the list up here with me. I don't want to mess it up. We've got TWRA, Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, sponsors us, and they are hand in hand with all the different conservation projects we do across the state. We work with them because they have to approve a lot of things. If we're dropping structure in a lake, they got to say this is what we're doing. So hand in hand with TWRA. We've got Tightline Jigs, Driftwood Custom Baits. No, I'm leaving somebody out. SRM Concrete. They've been with us for a while, and SRM's got bigger and bigger and bigger. I think part of the reason SRM is huge is because they started sponsoring us a few years ago and got the best response. But it's SRM, heavy sponsorship. When we're sitting there building structures, Jake and the kids are building structures to put in the water, and you got to put concrete in the bucket and the hoses and the sticks. SRM usually donates all that, so we can't thank them enough. We want, just in general, want to thank all the different site sponsors throughout the year. They know who they are. We thank them. Scoreboard, the folks with Scoreboard and those restaurants and stuff, we thank them. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out on the state level, and if I do, I'll catch them back up tomorrow. I think I've got everybody. But these sponsors, guys, we couldn't do it without them. Everybody that's here right now, I want you to give a big round of applause for every head coach of a team in the state of Tennessee. You guys, if you don't know how much a head coach of a team does, you need to go find out. You need to go ask them and pat them on the back, help them when you can. Head coaches, they do a lot for the team, and a lot of time those coaches are also jumping in and helping us. Let's give the boat captains a big round of applause. And, we got boat captains that are dads, we got grandpas, we got uncles, we got younger former high school anglers out there being captains, just various different people. And in case you don't know, we got ladies out there being captains too. Mamas, listen, mamas, I've told you a few times that are here, if you're the mother or the grandmother of a kid fishing, I need you to get in on this drawing. It's a free ticket. I'm going to draw out a whole bunch of prizes tomorrow just because you're moms. And also, if you're the wife of a boat captain, you're going to see Miss Candy Ellis from Henry County right there. She's going to give you one ticket. You're going to put your name on it. We're going to draw out a lot of mama prizes tomorrow. Jake, I think I've got everybody, but do you have anything else you want to give a nod to?
All right, coaches. Coaches and parents and boat captains, we need some help with conservation today. All pictures will be taken on this stage right here. There's no pictures along the lake shore or anything like that. When the fish leaves the stage, they must go to that conservation barge that we put together over here, and that live release boat. Coaches, parents, please make sure they go directly there and do not throw them into this bay. They will fine me, and if we catch an angler throwing one in there, it's going to be the angler that pays that fine. All right? Anybody got any questions? I'm going to steal a little bit of Dave's thunder. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag because I'm especially proud of this. We got the numbers to the national championship today. I can tell you Tennessee got the max amount of numbers we possibly could. If we grow by 300 people next year, we could possibly pick up 2 more seats if we grow by 300 students. So keep that in mind. No, I didn't tell them how many seats. I just said we got the maximum number of seats. We'll talk to the coaches after this.
Now, one more thing before he starts weighing fish, and hear me well. Do not, at the end of this tournament tomorrow, ask me, does your boat have a seat?
No, you won't know until
You will not know until Sunday or Monday. We will publish it Sunday or Monday of who got seats from this trail and the region trails. And that is a death threat order from me to all the region directors because last year we announced it too soon. We had mistakes and we had to go back and eat it. And we are not going to announce who's going out of this state until it's triple checked. In the worst case scenario, sometime Monday, a list will be published for each region of who. The other thing I'll clarify too is if they qualify through this state trail, that takes precedent. So if they double qualify, so say they qualify here, but they also qualified in the Bass Pro Shops trail, they can brag about it all they want to, but their seat in the Bass Pro Shops trail goes to the next boat down the list. And we do that the same way if they qualified on the national level already. That takes precedent. They can brag, well, I qualified 3 ways. Great. But the seats still go to somebody else. And the last thing I'll say, because I know Jake's ready to weigh, is once we announce those seats and who they are, you better tell us right away if you're going or not. Because if you're not going, we're giving your spot to somebody else that's next qualified.
Dave.
And the Nationals are in Dayton this year in July. The juniors are they do the 1 week with the juniors. The next week they'll do the high school. But we are on Chick in Dayton this year. We're at home again, which is a blessing.
Dave.
Jake, I'm done.
Okay, one last thing on those national seats. It also goes by, say they qualify in the West and in the Central. It depends upon where their seat comes from, the highest finishing out of their region. So if they finished higher in the West than they did in the Central, the seat comes from the West Trail. So don't try and figure out what's going on until we publish the seats. And you will have 10 days to let us know. On the 11th day, if we start calling and you don't let us know you're going or not, we're going to move that seat. I don't have time to keep messing with, are you going to go or maybe or nothing like that. 10 days, that's it.
Because we also have to send a list to Bass of name, school, whatever, of this is who qualified from this trail and that trail, so that when those registrations start coming into them, they know what they're looking for. Anyway, let's weigh some fish, Jake.
All right, here we go. We're going to key this up. We are good there. Take that bag out of there. We are good. Where scales are zeroed. Here we go. First up is going to be Derek Davis and Evan Wood from Mount Pleasant. They got a 5-fish limit. However, they're going to have a scale weight. As a reminder, scale weight means there's something wrong with the fish that they brought in. 1064 on a scale weight. I should say, folks, this is our Vice President of Tennessee Bass Nation on the adult side and over all of us. So I want to thank Jeff for coming out and helping with us a little bit more. We're getting the adult side more involved with the youth side. 247 tiebreaker.
We'll get them up there. We'll get them in spot. All right, guys, on the X's.
Okay, I need a volunteer coach to help down here at the other end to hold that water bag.
Yeah, we need a water bag holder if somebody will.
What do you need, guys? Where's that? Where do you need that?
Right here. Right here. You're going to stand there and hold bags until they come back on. Right there next to the All right, boys, in the water bag and in the boat. No more pictures. Gotta go.
All right, next up from Creekwood with another limit is going to be Hayden Davidson and Dyson Weaver. For the lead is 1761.
Big fish. Right there. While they're getting ready for that, guys, if you ordered T-shirts from the online order, Michael has those over there ready waiting for you.
406 on that one. Give me the second one. .406 stands. That's 373.
Nice job, guys. Nice job.
1731.
Look straight at the cameraman sitting down, please, and hold the fish down a little so that Mama can see your face.
Good job, boys.
Stepping to the scales next out of Elkoa comes Walker LaRue and Joe Valton with a limit. Solid second place at 1684.
Yes, sir. I believe over by the ramp. Straight to it.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you hear me give completely wrong names and wrong team on something, you need to let me know. 367.
Yeah, immediately stop us and correct us. Parents, you can, parents or any family, you can step up here and get the picture of your kids when they're weighing in, and then we ask you to move back out of the way. But you can come right up here and get that picture. Just don't stand in front of our cameras. But you're more than welcome to come get that good picture for your phone.
All right, here we go from Midway High. Seamus Childers and Raylan Brewer with a limit. Another solid limit at 1257.
Yeah, we're going to
Folks, we're going to weigh a lot of tiebreaker fish right now simply because of the amount that is being paid out this weekend and the number of spots. You did fish low today?
I did.
355. Outstanding job, young man.
Good job, young man. Good job.
We do hope you clap real loud for every single kid that weighs in fish today. Again, one more time, if you pre-ordered shirts on the online thing, Michael has them right there ready to hand to you at the 10 at the end.
Stretch a little bit.
You're about to get a bag. All right, this next team is known for it. They've got a limit. They're from Montgomery County. It's your West champions, Caden Casey and Colin French, with 5 big fish. And Jeff is straight in. We're looking at 22, 22, 22, 22, 2272. I need a big fish, Mr. Casey.
You know, some people say you can't catch a good sack of fish on Kentucky Lake. I think these youngins just proved it wrong.
I think old Sam Lashley needs to come up here and look what Mr. Casey's doing. Might learn something. 567. Love you, Sam.
Let's don't go there. Let's don't go there.
You gonna check a second one? Yeah. 567 on the first one. 517, 567 stands. That's a tough act to follow, and here we go. We've got Brooks Putnam and Dylan Doak from Mount Juliet. They've got one to weigh in today. Got one good smallmouth. 245.
Go out all year long, you might as well, right? Straight to the boat.
Next up out of Litwell comes Adam McDougall and Ethan Castle. They've got 3 for the day. $7.41.
Right here. Over here.
You're right. There you go. We got it.
Next up out of Coffee County is Caden Gannon and Tristan Spencer. They've got 3. $6.50. For those folks at home on Facebook and YouTube, thanks to Outdoor Adventure Group Productions, here's a fast rundown. Our current big fish is a 567 belonging to Montgomery County. In 5th place at 1257 is Midway High. Clay County has 1274. Alcoa 1684. Creekwood at 1761. And your current leaders is Montgomery County, Caden Casey, and Colin French with 2272. Who's next? Next up is going to be boat 4, she says. They've got 3 fish there out of Hickson High. It's James Summerall and Brody Harp. $7.37.
We'll fix that. Okay.
15 for 5. Over here.
Boy's got the zip ties. You better say
All right, here we go. Next up on a Gallatin High, it's Zach Knight and Luke Malik. They've got a limit. And a good one. Yeah, he sandbagged on me. $13.41. Give me a big fish.
By the t-shirt pin.
Be a tiebreaker here. 309.
It's your day, guys.
Right here, boys.
Step into the scales next from Gallatin High again is going to be Colton Myers and Lane Roddy. They've got a limit. It's a decent limit from the looks of that bag. It is 14-12. This is for a tiebreaker, Zach. 321. Coaches, boat captains, anglers, if you are going to not weigh any fish in today, I need you to let us know at the end of the day so that I can count and make sure everybody's back. At the very least, walk over and see Uncle David and tell him, you know, like boat 174 is back in and they don't have any fish, so that I can tally the sheet at the end of the day. Oh, there's our first stage victim. Did it go under?
We got somebody coming. We're all right.
It's like under.
Leave it to Gallatin. First y'all ate all the steak last night at the restaurant on David. Now you're dropping my fish.
I beg to differ. Those fish belong to the TWRA.
No fish belong to me. I cook with that. You know I got
You can't even reach with that. Can't reach with that.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God.
Somebody crawled under the
Wait a minute, hold up. The Air Force just low crawled? How did that happen?
That's some of that Army training.
Hey, you got a little bit of work. Good job,
Next up out of Sumner County with one fish comes Jack Sharp and Mason Garrison.
How's Mama too?
Keep your boat number.
It's alive, that's for sure. Smallmouth? 311.
Hey, y'all spread the word that if they're going to fish again tomorrow, they don't need to bring their boat numbers in today like they normally do. They're doing what they normally do, but they need that number again tomorrow. So tell them don't take them off the boat, and make sure you find some zip ties somewhere if you did. The only reason we want their number today is if they're not coming back tomorrow.
Stepping to the stage next with two fish out of Pickett County is Rex Reagan and Max Moody. $4.95.
Good job.
Stepping to the scales next, all the way from Sevier County comes Chase McCarter and Ty Trentham with the limit in their sandbaggers. 1639. Oh, new big fish at 584.
Over here. Over here. Right here. Right here. Over here. Over here, guys. There you go. Grab that bag. Let's go fishing straight. Just go away. Grab that bag. Thank you guys. Have a let's take one. Congratulations.
All right. With a limit, here comes the ladies from Riverside, Laney Holbert and Sarah Swindle. Oh, and there's sandbaggers at 1440. Give me a big fish.
Hey guys, y'all know we like to brag on the girls because we like they prove that there's no discrimination in this sport. These two girls right here are already qualified 3 ways for the national championship.
Including they were the first ones to win a tournament this year on Nickajack.
And they, at the first tournament of this year, the first big statewide tournament, they are the first all-girl team to win a major tournament
306
in the state of Tennessee as an all-girl team. They won at Nickajack against a ton of boats. So give them a little love for that again, too.
Next up from the Cherokee Chiefs is going to be Jacob Berryhill and Isaac Chandler. They've got a limit. Boat number 1, they are your current points leaders. 15:42, they stayed in the hunt.
No, we're good at 14 right now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tiebreaker fish, 439.
Where at? On the, down there? Where? That in? Anglers that are down there waiting in line, if you are carrying a bag and you're not at the tanks yet, do not set that black bag on that hot pavement and cook my fish. You have to hold it. Change arms, get your buddy to help hold it. Do not set the bag on the pavement. You will cook the fish.
Thank you.
And we ain't having a fish fry, so don't be cooking them.
Okay.
Stepping to the scales next is the boyfriend from Mount Juliet, Presley Lanham and Trevor Sanford. 11:16. I had to do that, lover boy. I mean Presley. I only got 1 year left to pick.
Hey, we ain't called him that in a while on stage. We hadn't picked on him a little bit. Of course, he's fishing so good all year long. You can't pick on him much. Presley, there's no one of them that he keeps going to them big bill dances, big fish events, and cashing a whole bunch of checks. That and his pretty girlfriend that was on stage a minute ago. Neither one of them have offered to take me and Jake out to dinner, though, on all that money they're winning. He didn't even look over here on that. He's like, I'm ignoring that crazy old man.
Next up with 5 fish, they'll have a scale weight. They're out of Elko. It's Landon Myers and Bryson Braley. 14:11.
Good job, guys. Awesome job. Over here. Over here.
Straight ahead.
Justin.
Landon. Right here. Right here.
These are frosty teeth. Please give them a hand. Oh, yeah. Later. Please. I'm sure I'm going to lose them. Good job. Bring these along.
Here comes another Alcoa limit. It's Graham Willis and Jackie Hatfield. $15.66. Give me a big fish, please. 358.
Again, if you are the mother of an angler, the grandmother of an angler, or the wife of a boat captain, we have some prizes we're going to give you tomorrow, but you got to get your name in the box. You need to come see Miss Candy Ellis up here. You're going to get one ticket, and we're going to draw you out tomorrow. I got a lot of mama prizes tomorrow. You need to come up here and see Miss Candy and get your one ticket and get it in. Because we're going to give Mama some love tomorrow. Mama, grandmama, boat captain, wife.
Sir, thank you guys so much.
Next up out of Mount Juliet with a limit, it's Brody Bryson and Greer the Hammer Gammon.
Keep your boat number really tight, okay? Tomorrow, okay?
1138.
Look at me, I'll hold the bag. Come on. You got it. I'll hold the bag. Yeah, all you fish. For sure. All of it. All of it. You guys are good at it, okay? Thank you, recognition.
Y'all help keep watch on that line again and make sure we're not got bags sitting on the asphalt.
Next up with a 5-fish limit out of Creekwood Redhawks is Logan Allen in Stone Grove. That's a good limit.
Keep your number for tomorrow.
1792, youngin.
Good job, boys.
Uh-oh. We're looking for 584 or better. $480. You want to check the other one? Yep. 480 makes it.
Mamas, grandmamas, boat captain wives. Go see Miss Candy right there in the red jersey. Put your name on the ticket. Draw prize. We got other drawings too, but they cost money. You need to get on that.
Time, Corbin.
Grundy is a very serious Gen 2
Getting it done when it counts with a 5-fish limit from Lipscomb Academy comes Corbin Bernstein and Thomas James. 18, 18, 19, 18, 19, 18.
Sir.
1892 for second place. Outstanding.
Sir, keep walking, please. All of the bags. You got good?
Academy card for your picture. That money goes to North Carolina Scholarship. All the shirts are discounted. That money goes to North Carolina Scholarship. That drum I've got the list tickets right there.
Tiebreaker fish down at 487.
Good job.
Those are
With one fish out of Sumner County, here comes Owen Jordan and Brayton Cranford. 225. That's like Elijah. I like it. It could be worse. Next up out of Mount Pleasant comes James Roop and Camden Randall with 3 fish. 561. Stepping to scales from Coffee County is Caleb and Kason Page. They've got 1 for the day. $285.
Somebody save the day. Coming up. They're getting here yet. Practice good first.
From DeKalb County comes Wesley Kent and Mason Taylor. They've got a limit. 14.99.
Good job, guys. Awesome job, guys.
We like to remind you periodically that some of the reason they have trouble holding these fish is the tanks we have them waiting in are pumped with oxygen so that those fish are stronger when they go back out in the water. So sometimes they're all, you know, as they said on Ricky Bobby, all jacked up on Mountain Dew, or they're all jacked up on oxygen. They go to wiggling. I don't care how strong these kids are. Sometimes they going to wiggle out of their hand. It's not the kids' fault.
Next up out of Kingston High is Jackson Doherty and James Lane. They've got 3 on the day.
Good job, guys. Good job.
606.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking over there.
Good job. Good job. Good luck tomorrow, guys. Have a blessed day. Yes, sir. Please.
All right, next up out of Music City is Noah Sherman and McLean Butters. They've got 1. 420.
I swear I need to get me a Cartman Halloween mask and I want to hang out with Butters. And if you don't watch South Park, you don't know what that means.
He does. Sound like he does.
All right, stepping to the scales next with a 5-fish limit from Kingston is Cranfield and Barnett. 1809. Give me a big fish.
I'm thinking them moms are kind of happy over there. They made a little noise.
It's bad.
We like it when parents get wound up. At least that way. Maybe not other ways.
Tiebreaker fish at 483. Next up with a limit coming from Creekwood is going to be Landon Lewis and Milam McElwain. They've got a scale weight today. 1552.
Yeah, make sure we get the trail photographer too.
Jeff,
I get that. You're more younger than me. Thank you. Thank you. I got it.
Tiebreaker fish at 498.
Drop them down a little, guys. Here, did you get that? Okay.
Oh, I'm here and I've got someone talking smack at my tanks about a big bag and big fish. But it's not the next team, because the next team's out of Dixon County. It's Benjamin Singleton and Hunter Webb. They've got 2 on the day. $6.14. Solid 2 fish.
While they're doing what they're doing there, I want to remind you that Coach Mason from Bethel was here, may still be here, and out of his generosity, tomorrow we will be giving out 4 separate $32,000 scholarships to Bethel University. The top 2 seniors in the tournament standings and the top 2 seniors in the points standing are going to get 4-year $32,000 apiece scholarships from Bethel. And the other thing I'll say to you, and spread the word amongst the anglers, between the tournament payout, the points payout, and the Northcutt scholarship payout, just in payout tomorrow from us, real money, $31,000.
All right, next up with 3 fish from Seagull High is Christian Ferguson and Carter Hazlitt. 10:53. Dave, talk for a minute.
Hey, I'll say this now. The local teams, Tennessee Valley, Henry County, and anybody else that's actually close, tomorrow, anglers and boat captains, don't be running off on us. We got to break a set down and get everything packed up. So if you're Henry County, Tennessee Valley, or other local close teams, do not run off and leave when this tournament is over tomorrow. We got to have help breaking stuff down. I am completely useless for that. We got to get all this stuff packed up and get it home, and then Jake and I got 3 hours to get home. So we don't want to be here till midnight packing stuff up. Please do not leave us stranded tomorrow. We have to have help breaking down and packing up. Again, mama tickets. Come see Miss Candy. Again, next to the Benton County tent, Miss Candy will give you, if you're a mom, a grandma, or a wife of a boat captain, I'm giving you free prizes tomorrow. You got to get your name on one of the tickets up. If you want chances on the 2 purses and the Academy card that's given away tomorrow, they're up here. They're $5 a piece for 5 or 5 for 20. If you want chances on the gun that Grundy's giving away tomorrow, the Ruger deer rifle, $5 a piece, 5 for $20. They're here. All our shirts are discounted. If you want an event shirt from the tournament shirt, Michael's got that. Michael, give me that's got that, and other merch at the black tent on the other side of Benton County. Jake?
Next up with 4 fish out of Sumner County comes Brody Teller and Will Anderson. Oh, Mr. Teller fished solo today and he had 4. Good job, 988.
Real good job, bud.
And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Biggs only trailer that's over there that's got all their merchandise, I'm pretty sure they're discounted today. At least 10% off today and tomorrow just for a tournament discount. And I think it may be more than that. So go 25% off. Thank you. And then our other tent back here, these are all part of the family. They're either mamas or kids with the team, a high school team, whatever. So feel free to shop and spend some money with the family.
Good job, buddy.
Ain't bad, sitting by yourself. That's pretty good.
Next up out of Sevier County comes Jackson Barger and Parker Ogle. They've got 1. 215.
That's right there with Miss Candy. Right there, Miss Candy. Right straight ahead.
Next up with a 5 fish limit from Mount Pleasant is Carson Howell and Spencer Lovelet. They'll have a scale weight today. $12.42.
Right there. Straight ahead.
Good job, boys.
Oh, he wanted to weigh his big fish at 417.
Yeah, if you're in that line and you've got your bag sitting on that asphalt, you are wrong. Get them off the asphalt. You're cooking the fish. Let's do some bicep curls and work your muscles. Get them off the asphalt. Thank you for whoever down there caught that. Good job.
Next up out of Jefferson County comes Parker Batts and Brody Jones with the limit. 1074.
Again, while Jake's checking tanks, if you ordered shirts online in that link we post, got you ready. Go tell him your name. He's going to hand you your sack.
Next team up out of Mount Juliet. No. Meigs County is going to be Robertson and Newman. They've got a limit.
It looks pretty good from here.
1466.
Oh, okay. Thought it was maybe a little bit more. Easy.
No,
Careful, easy.
I was confused because I'm looking at something back here.
We got something exciting back here?
I got something exciting back here.
Well, good. Y'all get ready. Something big coming.
While they're up there trying to sort this out, how many you got in that bag?
5.
How do you catch them today?
On a lure?
Okay, you don't have to give that because you got tomorrow coming, right? Let me ask you something. You got more than 20 in there? You're sandbaggers, because I already know somebody told me. You guys are sandbaggers. You don't think so?
Yeah, man.
Alright, here we
Give him
go.
that bag before you drop it.
Next up in this, I've been hearing about this bag of fish for a while. They've got 5 good ones, I can guarantee it. Cole Petroff and Easton Drennan from Mount Juliet. Here we go. Sam needs to learn how to weigh fish again. 1890. Darn good bag of fish. Give me a big fish. I want to see if they weigh that big smallmouth I seen. $5.12. You got one bigger? Let me try and give a short rundown here while they're getting a picture made. Your top 5 from Creekwood with 1792. It's Stone Grove and Logan Allen. In 4th place is Hayden Barnett and Camden Granville from Kingston with a 5 fish for 18.
Don't hold them too high, guys. They can't see your face. Don't hold them too high.
That bag right there that they're taking pictures of is at 1890 from Mount Juliet. 1892 from Lipscomb Academy is in 2nd place. Your current leaders out of Montgomery County is 2272. Your big fish is a 584 out of Sevier County by McCarter and Trentham. That's for the folks sitting at home watching on YouTube and Facebook. What do we got? Next up from Waverly Central is Hobby Griffin and Bryce Griffin. They've got 5. That's a good 5. It's tipping the scales for 1915.
Hey, if we've got any students, student anglers near the weigh-in boat, I need to make sure there's no weigh-in bags hanging out over there. If there is, get them back over here because I just had somebody that
they're at the tanks and folks, I only put 45 bags out.
Yeah, but we got one missing a mesh bag. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
So one kid just came up and he got a bag but no mesh bag.
436. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at 2nd place right now. Next up with 5 fish out of Mount Juliet is Tanner Russell and Daniel Lowhorn. 1035. Next up with 2 fish out of Alcoa is Harlan Nelson and Jake Lovingood. Those 2 are 521. Stepping to the scale with 3 fish from Hamblin County is Jacob Farmer and Garrett Loggins. $6.21.
Way to go, Garrett.
All right, here we go from Opperman with 5 fish limited. Braden Huddleston and Brad Newton. $11.62.
I see somebody over there holding the number. If you're fishing tomorrow, keep that number. If you're not, bring it to me. Are you fishing tomorrow? Okay. And nobody's waiting to hand it off.
Here comes another famed Alcoa team, Hunter Olivet and Justin Payne with 5.
Thank you, sir.
$12.54.
I don't know if y'all heard all that flipping and flopping, but that's a wound up set of fish in that sack right there. They're flipping so fast, it sounded like a machine gun fire.
Straight back in the water bag. Don't worry about the carry the mesh gun. Makes it quicker and easier.
Next up with a 5 fish lead is eastbound and down Jerry Reed and Brody Matlock from Lincoln County. Y'all are too young to know that. $11.85.
Too young to know what? What did I miss, Jake? Did you say something about Jerry Reed?
I said eastbound Jerry Reed right there on the stage.
Listen, I don't care how old they are. If you're not properly teaching your children about Smokey and the Bandit, you are depriving them of the best American culture there is. Especially about Fred. You know, Fred was a good dog. Hey, you started it. Don't look at me like that.
Next up with 2 fish out of Campbell County comes Caden Miller and Grayson Dykes. $3.78.
Jake, you know part of the reason that movie's so great, right? Because that opening song, they talk about my mountain. They talk about Monteagle Mountain.
From Jefferson County, it's Ethan Rose and Grant Arnold. They've got 4 on the day. $10:01.
Hey, y'all don't let up on that clapping thing. Now, we need to clap for everybody comes across. I know you get louder for your own, but give them all some love. It's hard work out there all day long. We need the pit crew assistance. Pit crew assistance, please. Those fish are very healthy right now.
Next up with 5 fish from Eagleville, it's John Mullins and Jaden Douglas. They've got a limit. 12-12. Step into the scales from Carter High, Hornet Nation, is Isaiah and Roman Webb. They've got 3 with a scale weight today. 744. Next up from Monterey High is Jake Rufford and Garrett Weasels. They've got 1. $260 on that one.
I'm going to make a request now for tomorrow. We would like, at the end of the tournament tomorrow, for the tournament winners, the points champions, and the School of the Year coach, all 3 of those different awards, we'd like for y'all to do an interview with our TV crew before we get done tomorrow. It would be nice to let some of you guys talk. I know you get sick of hearing me and Jake, but we'd like to get the winning boat, the points winning boat, and the overall school, the Commissioner's Cup champions interviewed with Richard and the crew tomorrow afternoon, please.
Here we go from Hickson High. It's Slade Jones and Caden Schilling. They've got a limit. $14.94. Next up from Soddy Daisy comes Caden Graham and Mason Mullins with 3. $7.46. they haven't got a picture yet. Yeah. Way up there. With one fish from Upperman comes Miss Annie Lassiter and Crew Marone. $257. Next up out of Sale Creek comes Brody Faraday and Brentley Rogers. $453. Next up with one fish come from Gallatin comes Eli Stiles and Logan Williams. $344.
Hey Jake.
Sir.
Did you pull the t-shirt for the Upperman youngin? You got that with you, or we need to get that from Michael?
They're
inside the door?
Right inside the door there.
Okay, I'll get him when he comes back up. He's got to take his fish first. Well, no, not yet. Again, if your team is competing in the plastics recycling deal, you're going to need to do that with us at the end of the weigh-in today. We will weigh in that. And also, if you have Academy receipts, you need to get them turned in. We're going to get those two things off the plate today. I hope there's some folks out there with plastics, because I got $1,000 worth of Academy gift cards for the team with the most weight in plastics.
Next up with four fish from Whitwell is Reed Holloway and Avery Robinson. That's a good four fish at $12.22. From Music City, here comes Major Qualls and Wyatt Smith with one. $251. Here we go, another five fish limit from Henry County. Here comes Jesse Klutz and Ben Puckett. That's a good one. Scale weight of 1793. Big fish, sir. Oh, we're looking for 584 or better. Nope, 475.
All right, well, they're getting ready for that. I see looks like new faces. If you are the mother of an angler, if you are the grandmother of an angler, or if you are the wife of a boat captain, as soon as Miss Candy gets back to her seat, because she's taking pictures for a second, we need to get you a ticket for tomorrow's mama drawing.
This way.
And it does not cost you a thing to be in on that drawing, ladies. If you're the mother, grandmother of an angler, or if you're the wife of a boat captain, we're going to draw out prizes tomorrow just for you.
Oh, this has been a while. With a 5-fish limit from Meigs County, here comes Carter Elliott and Tucker Robertson. It'll stop 10. Hang on, leave him there, Jeff. It's not stopping for some reason. 10:20.
Good job, boys.
Another local favorite from Henry County, Byron Ellis and Kaiser Gordon. They've got a limit. Oh, a good limit. $15.22. Yeah, we'll need a tiebreaker. Give it to me, Mr. Ellis. Nice smallmouth. 455. Anglers, coaches, captains, if you zeroed for today and you're still fishing tomorrow, please let us know you're back in. Go over and talk to Dave. He can write your number down so I can clear the roster when we get done here today. Next up with 3 fish out of Stewart's Creek is Statham Relford and Will Hasty. $9.18.
Jake.
Sir.
Clear boat 73.
Hang on. Okay.
And 41 and 59 are clear and turned in their cards.
And
like
59
they're done.
and 41?
41 and 59 are done.
Okay.
Also, boat 74 is clear for the day.
Okay. Okay, we have a angler service announcement, public service announcement, local businesses. And I wanted to give a huge shout out to ACS Marine today up the road. They did a fantastic job taking care of a whole bunch of our anglers. And I believe there was one that went to Malone as well. And I want to thank those folks for taking care of our folks. And I just got a note from PL Outdoors, Paris Landing Outdoorsman, right up the street. They're going to stay open if you anglers need anything tonight to replenish your boat.
Yeah, we are very grateful.
Oh, they're giving a 20% discount to you guys and gals.
There you go.
All right,
discount.
there we go.
Go ahead, Jed.
Next up, with one fish from Stewart County, it's Bo Shop and Logan Lutt. Is it Shop or Shope? Shope. 331. It says Bo on here, Luke. With a 5-fish limit out of Portland, here comes the Baird brothers, Caleb and Eli. Oh, good bag of fish snuck past me. 1347.
Anglers, we will pay to 21st place tomorrow. 21st place, first to 21st. We are paying to the top 4 in points of the year. We will pay to the big fish for each day, and the biggest fish of the tournament gets a little more than the other one does. We're paying for the biggest fish of the year, which right now sits from that 11-pound monster at Chick.
Dave, let me do this for those folks at home, and so everybody understands. To be in the top 15 right now, you have to have 15 pounds dead even. To be in the top 10, you got to have 1684. To be in the top 5, well, 5th place is from Mount Juliet with 1890. 4th place is Carbon Bornstein and Thomas James from Lipscomb with 1892. The big fish is a 584 from Sevier County. 1915 is in 2nd place from Waverly Central. In Montgomery County, Mr. Caden Casey and Colin French are still holding on to the lead at 22.72. Who do I got next, young lady?
Jake, stop. Jake, the bait store that's staying open again, announce that.
It is PL Outdoors. It's right up here. If you go out of the park and take a right, it's down there about 4.5 miles, if I remember right. I drove past it yesterday.
And they're doing a discount.
They're doing a 20% discount is what I was just told. So if you need something, you better get up there this evening as soon as we get the weigh-in over with.
Hey.
Because obviously no one can leave until we talk about the other situation coming up.
We'll talk about the weather tomorrow. One more thing, Jake. Also a reminder, we will give out the Hunter Northcutt scholarships tomorrow. We had a nice amount of applications this year. The applications were up. We will be awarding 5 merit scholarships to honor and remember Hunter Northcutt. If you don't know and you ain't been around a while, Hunter Northcutt fished for me at Grundy County, and he died of cancer in his sophomore year. We do this to honor, remember him, and help people live out their dreams. Hunter wanted to keep fishing. Hunter wanted to be a Marine, and he didn't get to live out his dreams. So we're going to help 5 more kids live out their dreams and remember Hunter tomorrow. And those scholarships are merit-based. An application that went to an evaluator independent of all of us. She doesn't know any of these kids. She evaluated 100% on the applications based on fishing, academics, community service, an essay, that kind of stuff. And she's no pushover. And she evaluated them 100% on their merits, didn't care who it was. And we've got 5 kids we're going to honor tomorrow.
All right, here we go with a 5-fish limit. They'll have a scale weight from Sumner County. It's Nash Parnham and Jade Gibson. Mr. Parham, you snuck a good bag by me. 1488. well within the check receiving. Stepping to the scales with 5 fish from Ray County, it's Brett Tucker and Amos Goins.
Come on, go fast as you can.
1608.
Yeah.
Give me a big. $4.29 tiebreaker fish.
Good job, guys.
Look over here, guys. Take for this
Ray County team leadership. I need to talk to y'all for a minute about the upcoming nationals. So any leadership from Ray County, come talk to me at some point.
Next up with 1 fish out of DeKalb County is Richard Manning and Braden Megan. $2.97.
Walk up to the front. Yeah, there we go. Get up front and then look straight ahead at that camera.
Over here.
Yeah, there you go, right there. No, look straight ahead, son. At the, like the TV camera. There you go.
Next up with... Here we go. With 1 fish out of Hardin County, here comes Connor Allen and Carter Pig. He's still going. $2.45.
You better get that goatee off or it's on teeth. I'm joking. I'm a joker, guys. I'm a joker.
Hey, sometimes they're up there a little mad. You got to give them a little grace, you know.
Good job, boy.
From Brighton High, here comes Jack Houston Rushing and Jackson Sherfield. They've got 4. That's a good 4 at $15.42.
Wow. Good job, boy.
Need a big one.
Good job.
Oh, there's a challenger. We're looking for $5.84. Do we got it? Let's find out. $6.13 got the new big fish.
Again, whatever the big fish is today, guaranteed money. Whatever the big fish tomorrow, guaranteed money. It's just the bigger of those two will get a little more money than the other. Is that noise over or something? I hope it is.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Oh, thank the Lord above. Yes.
Next up from Ray County, here comes Jackson Ray and TJ Murray with a 5-fish limit. 1451.
I'm thinking one of us needs to be smart enough tomorrow morning just to buy a can of air freshener just in case. We can go over and hit that thing 2 or 3 times tomorrow if need be.
Dave.
It got ripe today, baby.
It's in the cabinet in here.
I had to go in there just before the weigh-in started, and I got scared.
Next up with 3 fish out of Henry County, here it comes Philip Myrick and Brock Betties. They've got 3 on the day. 3 fish, 1280. I want to see their big fish. Let's see that big. Give me the big. Here we go. There's another challenger. 613 is the mark. 608.
Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you something, for all the news media out there and all that stuff and all these people saying, oh, Kentucky Lake's going downhill. No, it's not. Kentucky Lake is alive and beautiful and healthy.
Don't worry about the mesh bag, boys. Just get them in the water bag. There you go, quicker. Makes it quicker and easier. Nice fish, son.
From Tennessee Valley, here comes Mike Reamer and James Bobbitt with 2. Come on. If they'll settle down, they got me going all over the place. 471.
All right, well, they're weighing again. I'm going to make that another one of those reminders. If you are still fishing tomorrow, you need to keep your boat number and strap it back to your boat. If you decided you're done today, we need your boat number back. If you zeroed today, you're not coming through the scales, and you haven't come and told me, yes, we're in, we had no fish, so I could clear you off today's list, please come and tell me. We 100% accountability, just like always. Got to know everybody's off the water safe and sound.
All right, here comes another local favorite from Henry County with a 5-fish limit. Drake Cannon and Bryson Whitaker. Oh, here we go. 1528.
I like having 4 in double digits.
Tiebreaker fish at 445.
No party foul. Scoot over, guys. Scoot over on the X. Down with X. On the X. Over here. Over here.
From Sumner County with 1 fish, here comes Colin Clark and Jackson Simmons. $270.
Get them in off that asphalt. Get them in the boat. Get back off that asphalt. Don't fish Friday night.
From Jackson County, here comes Carter Collier and Logan Haney. They've got a limit. He says small limit. 14:05.
Good job, guys. Awesome job.
Mike, get my phone.
Dave, I need you to talk for a minute.
I was talking, but now I got to talk different. I was asking this girl what her future is besides fishing Bass Nation next year. Oh, Goot's going to put her on the water. Again, we will weigh in tomorrow. Right now, we are still looking at the normal times. Tomorrow, we haven't had something, but we'll make a final decision for at least. And when I say final, that also means if we get a different forecast and something crazy in the morning, we still could change it in the morning. We have got to be safe no matter what. We are, we've been concerned about tomorrow's forecast for storms late. If it's just raining, it's just rain. Put your rain suit on, turn your bilge pump on. If there's a pop-up storm, you need to seek cover on the water. If we've got sustained stuff coming, then we have to make adjustments to times. But right now, with what we've seen from the weather forecast, from the weather people we've talked to, and again, we are consulting directly with Hank Weldon in the national, the Birmingham office. Hank ran 6 or 7 nationals right here, so he is as guru as it comes with figuring out what to do with the weather here at Paris. So right now we're going on normal times and hope that stays. But I'm not going to, something happens drastically in the morning, we'll change weigh-in times in the morning, and we'll blast it everywhere we can. But we are, we have to be safe no matter what. Nobody expected the wind to get up a little bit out there today, and it got a little choppy. But you got to make the right choices and be careful.
All right, Dave.
Go, buddy.
Next up from Portland, I got Mason Pearson and Blaine Gregory with one. $3.15.
And again, if you're the mother or grandmother of an angler, or you're the wife of a boat captain, you need to get one ticket in the box. You have to be here for this drawing tomorrow. That drawing. The other drawings that you're actually paying to enter, you do not have to be present to win. But that drawing, if you're not here, I'm going to the next ticket. Lots of mama prizes tomorrow. They're for the moms, the grandmas, and the boat captain wives.
From Alcoa with 2 fish, here comes Ainsley Lynn and Tanner Howerton with 2 fish. 4:14.
Did you drop it? Yeah, he went underneath. How'd you drop it? I had him in there. You brought it.
Right here. Stand. Together.
All right, from East Sullivan, here comes Brayton Ringley and Caden Hick with 2. Scale weight of 661.
Sit over some. Sit down.
But guys, you knew that was coming. You thought Yep.
All right, fish by himself. He's got a limit. He's from Seymour High. It's Jackson Farmer. And it's a good limit. 1828. That's a top 5 limit. Give me a big fish. Oh, there is a good one in there. Is it going to challenge? Let's see. Where's it at? I see it coming up. Or am I looking at 2 fish? Where's his boat captain at? Boat captain, he's going to need a hand holding these fish up here. We got somebody taking pictures. Give me a tiebreaker. I need a tiebreaker fish. You're in that.
Somebody pick
top 5.
Youngin, you need to pick the biggest one.
They're all sisters.
It's your call to put it in.
Come on, we're running out of daylight. 4 pounds even.
Now, Dad, you gonna stand up there with him. You gotta smile, Dad. Go to the front of the stage. There you go. Dad, you gotta smile. Y'all stand close together. There we go.
Top 5 right now in the standings right there. Actually, he's number 5, folks. All by himself. All right, from Riverside, I got Christopher Miller and Hayden Wyatt. They've got one.
Right ahead, Miss Candy right there.
382.
Shirts are discounted. All the money has to go to got gray, blue, different colors. I have them all sizes. We got a lot of sizes there.
Next up from Seymour High, they've got a limit, and it's a scale weight. Trenton Johnson and Kingston White. $14.81.
Good job, young man. You got too much water. Blow that water out.
Next up with 2 fish from Hampton Anglers, here comes Brady Cash Royston. Is it Brady Cash or just Brady? What do you go by? Just Cash? All right. Cash and Isaiah. They've got 2 on today. I've got like 5 names on my chart. 523.
Yeah, Justin Byers got it. Where'd he go? Justin, wait for your phone call. The Frosty. You should be over. That's our 10. Where's Justin? There you go, Frosty.
Hey, Jake.
It's key.
Jake.
Yes.
Clear 116. 116. They are fishing tomorrow.
They are?
They are. That's what they said.
Okay.
Boys, look here. Over here.
That's it. Well, I need to go last. Give me one more time. Right there. Yeah. Hey, straight that way. Straight to battle.
From Chucky Oak Night Fishing, here comes Gage Ricker and Nicholas Palazzo with 4. $7.59.
All right, over here. Over here. I need a picture. I need a picture.
Hold on.
Right here. I need one. Facing the wrong way.
Right here.
There you go.
We should be getting close because the last flight was due in a little bit ago, so we should be getting close on getting everybody weighed in.
With 2 fish out of Grace Christian, here comes Mason Pike and Caden Black. $10.12. Oh my, look at here, go Goggle Eye. 613 is what we're looking at. I'm looking at a 7 something. $7.99, new big fish.
All right, let's make sure we get a few extra big pictures of that bad boy. Actually, bad girl. That's a big mama.
That's a big mama.
All right, once you do that, then I want you to stop and do 2 hands and take another picture with 2 hands. Put your hand under the bottom of that in a second.
Sit on down. Look here.
Yeah, right there.
There you go.
All right, son, do the 2-hand picture next. Put your hand underneath the yeah, right there. Do it that way. Stick it out there. Yeah, there you go.
Look at your mom.
That's a dandy. I can tell you right now, that fish is worth at least $200. Might be 3. And again, tomorrow when we hand everything out, when it comes to the monetary prizes, $31,000 in monetary scholarship prizes to these kids, and that ain't gonna count rods and reels and gift cards and stuff like that we're giving away.
All right, next up with a 5-fish limit out of South Green, here comes Noah Wright and Shane Williams. $9.65.
Tell y'all a little story. This woman and I almost got electrocuted 2-3 years ago on this site by the water bank.
Hey, I ain't got that picture from you yet. I ain't got that picture. Did you send it? I love a bad signal. Just when you come up here, show that to me when you come back up, okay?
Sit down, guys.
Over here, right?
Here.
Over here, guys.
Sit down.
There you go.
Sit down. Look over here. More.
There you go.
There you go.
Got it.
Next up with 5 fish out of Lawton High, here comes Dallas Brewster and Caleb Allman. They got a limit. What's it gonna do? $12.75.
Hey, slide down, get lit right here first. Look at them first. Right here, Dallas. You got it? Yep. Right here.
With 1 fish from Robertson County Anglers, here comes Dylan Smith and Chase Tyree. $2.88.
Oh, take it again. Sorry.
Got it at 5.
Next up with a 5 fish limit from Tipton Christian Academy, Jonathan Glass and Cole Bradford. Ain't much, Cap, ain't much. It's only $12.27. Good job, guys.
Scoot towards the front of the stage, gentlemen, and stay close together. Thank you. Make sure you look straight ahead, because that's the trail photographer.
With a 5 fish limit, and we're going to have a scale weight from Clarksburg. Here comes Jacob DeBerry and Cole Wood.
Everybody keep clapping for all of them. It's long and tired, we know, but they all deserve some love. They've worked hard today.
14.07.
We will post standings on the Facebook page after we get out of here and back to the cabin at Fishtail, where we've got actual good Wi-Fi. Because trying to do it here is a waste of time. So we'll post the standings of where everybody's sitting at. Remember too, tomorrow the field reverses. So if you're the last boat out today, you're the first boat out tomorrow. And we've got a few announcements to make at the end about tomorrow, so it happens again. Oxygen in the tanks. Do not blame my youngins. We got them fish revved up. Make sure they get back out in that water and fish or get wherever they want to go. And they all that oxygen there.
Lower your hand down a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Mama wants to see your face. And your girlfriends do too. It looks like a couple of them were up there taking pictures.
Next up with 1 fish out of Sail Creek, here comes Jake Massagill and Mason Roberts.
Go again.
247.
Hey, Cole's right here. Okay, so guys, let's take
Cole. Folks, if it seems like we're taking a long time, it's because we are. We have weighed in 92 boats so far, and I still got tanks full.
But Kentucky Lake's doing terrible, and there's no fish to catch.
Well, you know, yeah. From Sumner County, it's the ladies with 3 fish. It's Gracie Marion and Maggie Harris. It's a good 3 fish. 8:15.
Good job, ladies.
Now this one up here on stage, she's so serious. She's fished today in blue jeans and cowboy boots, so I wouldn't mess with her. She might just kick you. Don't hold them too high. They will see them pretty smiles. There you go.
Here comes another limit from down Yulboon. Here comes Cody Good and Colton Wilson. Oh, that's a good sack. I've seen that strain. 1502.
Good job, boys.
Give me a big out of that. We're right there.
Jake, while you're waiting, boat 7 just turned in their card. They will not return tomorrow.
$4.15 on a tiebreaker.
Also, Jake, boat 150 just turned in their card.
Let's hold on to them.
All right, I will. That's fine. I'll wait. Hey, if you're on the side and you're debating asking me a question, just come on.
All right, from Ray County, here comes Jackson Wolf and Ethan Reimer with 2. Reimer, I always do that, young man. I'm sorry. You will correct me for the next 5 years. 452.
Yeah, I got some of them Reimers in Grundy County. It's Reimers how it goes. Hey, let's spread this word too real quick. Remember tomorrow, there is a cigar boat race on this lake. That's in big, obnoxious boats. If they're coming up or down the lake and you're near them, you are the giveaway boat. You are the boat that must get out of the way. They can't turn that fast. Boat captains, remember, tomorrow, kids, watch. You have to move out. Don't be messing with them big boats. Get out of their way. If it makes you mad, get over it, because I don't care if you're mad. I care if you get run over. You have to give way tomorrow and get out of theirs.
From Monterey High with 2 fish, here comes Braden Turner and Martin Anderson. $6.52. Next up, out of Meigs County is Gage and Gunnar Lunsford. They've got one on the day. They suffered some boat issues today. $274.
See that smile, Gage?
Get up, Sam. Oh.
I'm trying, I'm a fat guy. Are you serious? I don't get paid for that, Brother David.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? Okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
Okay. Brother Jake?
My favorite angler's on the phone. I had to take the call.
From Collinwood, Xander Daniel and Matthew Milford with one. $484. That's a good one fish.
It's all good though, man. That's a nice one. Good job, guys. Good. Some of you guys are coming back around the way.
From Loudon High, here comes Tyler Gentry and Abraham Sledge. They've got one. $296.
A good one for one. Good job, boys.
I gotta slide down. Look at them.
Both y'all boys, put your hands on that fish. Come on.
Keep looking at them until they're done.
There you go. There you go. Then you look at us.
Here.
Come on, get your hand on there.
I want to continue to remind you, if you already bought your shirts online and you haven't picked them up from Michael over there, Michael has your shirts bagged up and ready to hand to you if you bought them online ahead of time. They're right there at the end tent past Benton County's tent, the State Farm Benton County tent.
Next up out of Greenwood with a limit. There comes Logan Bishop and Aiden Williams. It's a good, decent limit. $12.95.
And a reminder, team, is about the plastics. We're going to do that at the end of the weigh-in. So I hope you've got your stuff close. Get ready to turn that in. The team with the most
502, guys.
I'm sorry, Jake. The team with the most weight, $1,000 in Academy gift cards. And the receipt contest, I've got some turned in. Anybody else turn them in? Got to have that by the end of the weigh-in, please, for the Academy receipt contest.
Dave, we had 160 boats and we have weighed in 55 limits.
But
and
Jake,
we're not done yet.
But Jake, Kentucky Lake's terrible. It's not got any fish in it.
No, you're right, Jeff. It ain't what it used to be.
Hey, if you're down there and you got a bag hanging on that asphalt, get it up off the turf, boys.
From Mount Juliet, here comes Easton Bibbings and Daniel Williams. They've got a limit in a scale weight. $11.90.
Get down some. Down on the edge.
Good. We got a problem.
Set all this up.
Right here.
I'll take that as a compliment. Now we should not see you lift your head.
From Benton County with a limit, here comes Talon Stone and Hayden Jeanette.
Hey, Jake. I gotta, if you're parked along the road there in that grass and you have a blue Stratus and you're parked down that way, like past probably the yellow boat that I can see in the
1582,
distance.
give me a big fish.
If that's your blue Stratus, you need to go pay attention to it immediately. If you got a blue Stratus parked down that bank, I need you to get up and go to that boat immediately and pay attention to it. If you want to know the details, come see the park ranger. But I need you to go pay attention to your boat right away. Blue Stratus.
Hey, way at Big Tree. Which one is it?
Sit down, guys.
Blue Stratus.
Sit down. Over there.
Yeah. Come here if you need answers. I can answer it.
Talon, I need your big fish before you take off with those.
Hey, y'all need you to...
Thank you. Tiebreaker at 5:02. From Monterey with two fish, here comes Hayden Peters and Aiden Roberson, excuse me. They'll have a scale weight today of 513.
Drop them down a little, boys. Drop them. There you go. Mama wants to see that face.
Yep. With one fish from Collinwood, here comes Harrison Rich.
I can tell you, I'll buy you dang cookies for this.
341. Stepping to the scales, here comes Nolan Gray and Ryder Short from Hamlin County. They've got 3 for the day.
That's a sign of uh-oh.
5 triple nickel, 555.
Alright, sit down. I'm gonna this way.
Okay. Go over here.
From Eagleville with 5 fish, here comes Bradford Van Denmark and Mr. Hitson. Elias Hitson. $9.80.
Good job, guys.
For the folks at home, here comes your top 5. To get in the top 5, you got to have 1828, and that's Seymour. 1890, Mount Juliet. 1892, Lipscomb Academy. 1915 in second place from Waverly. And the leaders have remained unchanged since they weighed at 2272. The big fish is a 799 right now. We've weighed in 57 limits. From Chucking Oak Night Fishing, here comes Noah Benson, Brody Gibson with 3. If they'll settle down just a minute, it'll lock up 652. Jeff, I'm glad you used to lift weights all the time. This is going to be a pretty good workout today.
Get on down, guys. Get down. On down. Look here.
With a 5 fish limit from Campbell County, here comes Mac Fritz and Reed Chapman. 1147.
Keep saying it. I don't want to miss anybody. If you're a mother or a grandmother of a kid fishing, if you're the wife of a boat captain, you need to make sure you get a ticket in for this drawing. Miss Candy right up here in front of me has got the tickets. 1 ticket doesn't cost you a dime. Drawing out mama prizes tomorrow.
With 4 fish out of Stewart County, here comes Luke Elkins and Morgan Bo Atkins. 731. With 2 fish out of Jefferson County, here comes Jackson Price and Tucker Lawrence. 491.
Oh, no, how lucky. I gotta remember that one. There we go. There we go. Good. Right here, boys.
Yeah. Make sure you get all them ladies with them cameras, because when you don't, one of them's going to bite you.
With 4 fish out of East Hickman, here comes Brody Worley and Hank Porter.
Oh, it's off.
Sit down.
I got both guys. I got both guys. I got a variety of these. One of them there.
There you go. Hold them down a little bit.
Drop down. There you go.
Got it.
Next up with one fish out of Mount Juliet, it's Michael Harris and Caden Waller. $239. From Sumner County, here comes Roberts and McClure. They've got 2. $493. Our friends from Kentucky actually qualified to fish Tennessee Bass Nation State Championship. From Harlan Lip Rippers, here comes Hunter Napier and Landon Brock with a limit. Oh, did you fish alone? Outstanding. 17 even. Give me a big fish.
Hey, Jake, look at the shoulders on that youngin'. He knows how to set a hook.
I got a feeling he's broke a few rods on some fish.
Yeah, I'd say that's possible.
I need your big fish.
Yeah, gotta have that tiebreaker, son.
442. Our friends from Kentucky did a good job. From Lincoln County, here comes Garrett Taylor and Travis Ogle with 3. $811. $13.50.
Again, teams, if you've got Academy receipts, start working them up here.
With 3 fish from Halls High, here comes Cameron Messer in Hunter Norris. $5.96. From Bell County, here comes Ty Mays and Mason. Say your last name for me, Mason. Huh? Seesaw with 4 fish. 12:37. You guys from Kentucky too?
For anybody confused about why there's some Kentucky anglers fishing this state championship, they qualified through the Bass Pro Shops trail. We have Bass Pro Shops where that's located, that trail. We actually have a couple, 2-3 states that compete in that. That makes them eligible for our state championship, but they can only, if they're fishing ours, they can only fish ours. They can't fish the Kentucky one. So it's you have on a state championship, you have to pick whichever state you want to fish the championship if you qualify. We need to weigh a big fish on this, Jake. Dad's asking about a big fish. Hey, I want to know the weight of that fish too. If I caught it, I don't blame you a bit. I got one in the pond's about 10 and I can't get it.
Everybody's supposed to be here for fish tomorrow. Everybody's supposed to be weigh in. Hats are discounted down to 40. Hoodies are last down to 30. Every penny of that $5 off,
Oh, okay. We got a phone call over. That's what's going on. Mama tickets are right there with Miss Candy, right behind you. Miss Candy will wave her hand. You get a mama ticket. If you want to buy chances on these 2 fancy purses, one's like worth $300, the other one's worth $400. And also in that same drawing, there's a $250 Academy card. Those are $5 a piece, so 5 for $20. All that money goes to the Northcutt Scholarship. Come up here. The ladies will get you chances. If you want chances on Grundy County's gun giveaway that we're drawing out tomorrow, that's a Ruger 308 American Series Gen 2. I have those chances for Grundy. $5 a piece, 5 for $20. The gun is at a gun shop in Grundy County and in Tracy City. They are an FFL dealer. If you're like from Memphis or whatever, they can ship it out there. To a dealer out there, and then you do the background check there. Otherwise, you need to go to Tracy City and pick it up and do the background check. Gotta pass background check to get it. But it's a pretty rifle.
All right, you ready, Dave?
You the boss, right?
Next up with 1 fish out of Eagleville High, here comes Marshall Spann and Caden Peppinger. $226. Hey, boat number 111 from Bell County, Kentucky. You need to come back up here and get your boat number card if you're fishing tomorrow. And I don't know why you wouldn't be with 12.5 pounds. Next up out of Monterey, here comes Parker Bilberry and Tyler Thompson, I'm sorry, with a limit. $15.11. We're at 16 pounds on it.
Hey, Brett. Right. All right, good.
Next up out of Warren County, they'll have a scale weight. Here comes Blair Sinks and Peyton Jones. They've got 3. .678, 6.78.
You can take it.
All right, we need 111 over here. Both number 111.
Over here, guys.
Next up with 4 fish out of Warren County, here comes J.P. Tooney and James Hines. $10.33.
There you go.
Over here. And down just a little bit.
Good.
From Music City, here comes Brody Alderman and Sam Volbert. They've got 4.
Hi, all my locals, all my Henry County locals.
10:03.
Feel free to tell your friends about these 2 fundraising drawings. That we don't care if they're part of Bass Nation or not. If they won't come by chances on these drawings tomorrow, we'll be glad to take their money. And you can tell your friends, your frenemies, or your enemies. We don't care.
Good job, boys.
No, I already sent it up to him. That's why I got up. Next up with the 5 fish limit, here comes Music City. It's Hunter Davis and Hank McElwain. They'll have, even though they got a limit, they're going to have a scale weight of, in a good one, 1782. $409.
You tell them, Sam. Sam, you come breaking in and stop.
Lower it down. Hunter, lower it down. There you go.
Tell them to shut their mouth.
Good job, guys.
Come straight from me. Okay?
Nice job, boys. Hey, man, bring your dead fish down here.
Okay. Jake needs to adjust some things over. He's going to have to take a minute or two. I've told you about the drawings. Is Michael still sitting over here? He pack up. Oh, he's there. Have you got everybody's shirts they bought give out yet, or we still got people need? We got one more. So if you bought your shirts online, he's got one more bag over there. Somebody's shirt's still waiting. So y'all need to go see him. Again, tomorrow we will pay out on the tournament to 21 spots. We will pay big fish for both days. We will pay the top 4 boats in points. They will get scholarship checks. To tell you just without, I'll break it down a little bit. Tomorrow, the first place boat in the tournament, that's a $3,000 scholarship check. Second is 2, third is 1. It'll go down from there. On the points, first place.
$465.
All the t-shirts and hats get about $5. All the money goes to more good scholarship.
All right, one more. Hey guys,
Over here.
just what's
Over here.
down. There we go.
Stepping to the scales with another limit from Ray County. Here comes Caden Mayton and Mason Wampler. $10.07.
I know.
Sit down. Sit down now.
How late it is. Listen, I slept for about an hour and a half. About 12:45 I was asleep. Back. It was not good. And I've got a little about an hour and a half left.
Next up with 3 fish from Bledsoe County. Here comes Jet Smith and Maddox Morgan.
See you in the morning.
One more thing to let you know.
$5.50.
Some of y'all know why our weigh-in today's taking a little bit longer. When you go to a Bassmaster Open, if you've got one fish, unless it's a monster, or you just got 2 or 3 and you're low weight in the scenario, you don't get to hold your fish up. Every kid, I've seen one boat that didn't hold their fish up because they didn't want to. We are making sure every kid gets pictures every time. It's the last tournament of the year, so we're making sure everybody has a chance at their pictures and their moment on the stage. So yeah, it's taking a little bit longer, but that's, you know, they want their moment, y'all want the pictures, so we could run them off stage if they only got 2 fish. We ain't doing that. We want them to have their moment.
Next up with 3 fish out of Gallatin High, here comes Eli Tuck and Reed Farrell.
That's one drawing. There'll be 3 people.
9.15.
You've got 5 chances to come out with all 3 of them. No, it's the same drawing. You just draw one in the same drawing. You draw one prize out, and you're going to draw another out, and you get all 3 given out. And all you got to ride on.
Next up with 2 fish out of Adamsville, here comes the Dooley brothers, Matt and Jacob. They've got 2 on the day.
Well, either that or what, I can get somebody to bring it.
Smallmouth beating my scales up. Got it, 581.
That downtime is when we do the drawings. No activity, we give away to the it's tomorrow.
Right here. Hold it down a little bit.
All right, I'm going to brag on the next boat because it's probably, I think it's one of the last few times we're going to weigh her in. With a 5 fish limit by herself from Grace Christian, Olivia Modlin. 12:47. Olivia, you're a senior this year?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. So you graduated.
Yes, sir.
Where you going to school? Olivia, where you going to go to school?
Where am I going to school?
Yeah. You not? You going to become an axe murderer or what you going to do? Music? You fixing to be like our next American Idol? That a girl. There you go. Got a music artist up and coming. Look out. Y'all, hey Olivia, you know you seen on Idol here a year or so ago, Hunter Girl, the country artist, the Hunter Girl. Yeah, she's my wife's cousin. So, little Grundy girl do it. You can do it too.
With 1 fish out of Warren County, here comes Hayden Spears. $4.20.
Any other school got Academy receipts to turn in? Any other school? Because I think we got that wrapped up, and then it's just a matter of doing the plastics contest here in a minute.
Hold it down a little bit.
Because we about at the end. I see the back of the tanks.
All right, with a 5 fish limit, From Anderson County, here comes Jackson Bennett and Cole Russell. $10.61.
Sit on down.
Bring him down.
Yeah, drop him down, guys.
Good.
From Benton County, here comes Alex Townsend and Drew Harden. They've got a limit. $12.04. Next up with one fish from Stone Memorial, here comes Mason Lefebvre and Brett McClug. $2.57, and it's McClung, isn't it? Brett, did I pronounce your last name wrong? He's not listening.
Scoot up here, go over. Come here.
All right.
Almost there. Almost there.
All right, here we go. They got a 5-fish limit. They're out of Clay County. And after we straighten some things out, here comes Hunter and Kaylee Browner. $15.90. $3.35.
Come on down just a little bit. Here.
All right, here we go. With one fish out of Tennessee Valley, they're asking about the Small Fish Award. Lakin Fletcher and Garrett Brewer. 270.
Good job, guys. Good job. Like, you better hold that thing. I just said you better hold it.
Don't slip and fall.
Hey, look right here.
How big was that fish?
270.
Yeah, no, he was messing around. Zach, you're in trouble. With one fish out of Gallatin High, here comes Anna Matthews and Dalen Johnson. $224. We got one left. Believe it or not.
Well, that's good because it's been a 3-hour weigh-in, but we've got them all good.
Dave, we've been rocking it as fast as I can.
No, we've been making sure these kids get their pictures. That's what we did.
I know. With 4 fish out of Pickett County, here comes Landon Scott and Hunter Bolton to close the scales. Whoa! Where'd you come from? 887. You haven't been standing there for no 2 hours.
Look right here.
Well, what is? Tell me.
Nope. Hey folks, here comes the last team to hit the scales. From Scotts Hill, Zachary Hudgens and Briley Williams. Last weight to be called, and we're done at 308.
All right, right now, last call for Academy receipts. Otherwise, I'm going to call that contest. And I've had 3 other people varying it. Any other teams got Academy receipts?
Sam Clark, can I get you to step up?
Also, anybody that's got the plastics, you need to start bringing those towards the stage now. There's no other Academy receipts, so I will tell you, in first place for the year with the first $500 card to add to what they've already won this year, their grand total for the year, Mount Juliet, $20,532.75 in receipts. Second place became a squeaker because Whitwell put a big rally up right here at the end. Whitwell was in third, Grundy was in second. Whitwell brought us today $3,174.51 to add to what they had, which gave them a total of $6,675.63. Grundy, on the other hand, was already over $6,000, but my kids only gave me $651.92, but Grundy's total, and Whitwell, you can come verify this, Grundy's total is $6,788.34 for second place on the year. And I think who will fall into third place, just for knowing the numbers, Music City had a total of $4,043.82. The plastic stuff is going to be squared away. We're going to have some people weigh that. Jeff's going to weigh that. I got to go to the truck over here and get those gift cards. And again, the team with the most weight, I got $1,000 for them. We're trying to make sure we're not throwing these plastics back. And right now, I don't see a whole lot of people lined up. That worries me because we've had several thousand or several hundred pounds before. So We got to get back on that kick next year and make sure we're not tossing these plastics in the lake or the garbage. Somebody got to announce the weight. You got it, Sam? Good.
Nope, you gotta keep it equal.
One bucket at a time. That's the SOP. Still good. Very good.
All right, bucket 1, 1598.
Jake, double check the weather.
Hey, well, never mind. I was going to say we could have laid that bucket and subtracted the weight off of it. That's all right.
Bucket 2, 2722. Bucket 3, 2994.
Here you go, young lady. $500.
And bucket 4, 1801. A grand total of 91.15 pounds for Mount Juliet.
Who we got competing in this?
Meigs County's on the way back. Before Mount Juliet's on the
Mount Juliet and Meigs County's bringing their stuff?
Meigs County has
You want me to hold that or you hold it? We're going to let me in the car.
Yes, take it through there. I'll get it to you, put on your tomorrow.
Here. I don't care. I'm trying to say whatever works for you. We're waiting on Meigs County, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the total weight on these guys?
91.15.
Okay.
I announced that a minute ago. Okay.
But you're fishing.
Okay, what numbers do you have to check?
First of all, clear boat 51. They're in. They zeroed. They are fishing tomorrow. And I have boat numbers right here.
Ready when you are.
I'm going to bring them to you because these guys are done. They're not coming back tomorrow.
Thanks, sir.
One of them actually weighed, but they're not coming back tomorrow. Come on. Dude, I'm serious, man. Don't mess that up. Yeah, we've seen this twice. We announced it yesterday. Yeah, I know. Leave it alone.
If you're missing a house key that looks like it's got one of them it's not any of us. But if you want that key and you want to start checking other people's doors, you can take it right ahead. Whatever makes you happy. Sir. Say it again now. Everybody listen up. Everything will go normal tomorrow. Normal. We will reverse the field out tomorrow. We're leaving the weigh-in times normal. Unless something drastic changes between now and the morning, you're good to go. You're released. And we will start with like boat 163 in the morning, going out first. You will come in at 3 o'clock, each of the flights, whole deal. Everybody knows what to do. We're missing 8 boats. Come right here, son, quickly. Bring that card over here. Bye-bye. Got 156. Take it to Sam. Just zip ties. Never mind. Don't take that off, Sam.
25 out of Midway.
Oh, wait a minute. Jake, we need zip ties, please. Boat number 25 out of Midway has not checked in.
Boat 48 out of Hickson.
48 out of Hickson.
70 out of Sumner County.
70 out of Sumner County. Josh, if you're here, help us out.
90 out of Warren County.
90 out of Warren County.
119 out of Mount Pleasant.
119 out of Mount Pleasant. We need to know where you folks are.
129 out of Hickson.
129 out of Hickson.
148 out of Lee County.
148 out of Lee County. Where are you?
152 out of Eagleville.
152 out of Eagleville. On your swim trunks on, go fish. Okay. Standings on the state Facebook page tonight as soon as we possibly can. There's no internet over here. Is that all of Meg's right there? Everything? Okay, so we can weigh that and we know what we got. What do we need? We can do it. Hey, coaches, unless you have something you want to talk to us about, we're going to release you. We're not going to have a meeting. Coaches, the head coaches of the team, you want to go. If you need to talk to us, talk to us. We will probably schedule some kind of online meeting in the next month or so just to wrap up, check, see what we're doing. I would highly recommend all of you, in case it does get a little bit windy, drop your tents down. I ain't responsible for your tent. Yeah, don't hook yourself now. That wouldn't be the first time there's a hook in something. Jake.
What was the other weight? 91.15. I've got it wrote down.
Who had the first one? Mount Juliet had 90-something pounds, and Meigs County's got 50-something pounds. And that's the only two weighing in plastics. Mount Juliet, where you at? Mount Juliet, you want some gift cards? Y'all just go shopping like wild. There you go. There's two more. Hey, let's do this real quick. Small pretty. We got a team member. Any Mount Juliet team member or captain, come here right now, please. Mount Juliet team member or captain, come here. Yeah, we got to put them up for the night.
Our motor is missing. You can make them do it. I want y'all hold them 3 more. I need to do make a motion. I can't get a hold of you. But you know they're in. Well,
a long time ago, that can't reach an ass.
Hey, I need you.
Come here, Mount Juliet, quick.
So I got to stand where you're standing. Sorry, there is like no signal here, so I've been walking around for 10 minutes trying to get you back.